So the Department of Defense is now the Department of War. But is it really? I think what we should do is go look at Executive Order Restoring the United States Department of War. If we go to Section 2, I'll just read it to you because, I mean, if you can't go against the executive order, right? It says, Section 2, subsection A, the Secretary of Defense is authorized the use of this additional secondary title. The Secretary of War may be recognized by that title in official correspondence, public communications, ceremonial context, and non-statutory documents within the executive branch. So what does that really mean? This is a very fancy legal way of saying it's an AKA. They just got a new nickname. So if you continue reading it to see, is it an official name change? Go to subsection E. It says statutory references to the Department of Defense, Secretary of Defense, and subordinate officers and components shall remain controlling until changed subsequently by law. What does that mean? Because that sounded really fancy now, I'm not gonna lie to you. It will take an act of Congress to officially change the name. So what does it really mean, especially for those of us in the contracting world that support the Department of Defense? Nothing's really changed. I mean, if you're working on proposals, market research responses, correspondence, nothing's changed. If you're doing anything legal, statutory, right? It said that the title can be used in non-statutory correspondence, then everything still has to be DOD. Unless they give it to you with the nickname, you just have to follow suit. If they give you correspondence with Department of War, then you follow that, right? It's a dance. If you move left, I'm moving left with you. If you move right, I'm moving right with you. So depending on how they started the communication, whatever you're working on, if they give you Department of Defense, then you offer back Department of Defense. If they give you Department of War, then you offer back Department of War. My advice to all my government contracting contemporaries out there is definitely track official announcements and procurement policies, because you definitely got to make sure we're staying within compliance, right? That never changes in our world. And then adjust materials only when directed by the government. So that goes back to, if the government moves left, you move left with them. If they move right, you move right with them as well. Be consistent, but be flexible. Internally, make sure your internal teams are noting the changes, title changes. And then externally, make sure you're staying updated with that executive order, because within the next few months, that could change. And it could be an official name change. And we have to make sure we keep up with that. So we now have a new AKA for Department of Defense, AKA Department of War. And that's pretty much where we are right now. Y'all take care.